Hello everyone, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going back to Wet n Wild Photofocus line. Now, I've already have discussed quite a few items from their spring collection. At that time, I did not have the Photofocus Foundations to go over with you because they weren't at my stores and I was not going to order them online. However, I checked with a city over from where I live and I went to the Walgreens in Santa Ana. I picked up two because I'm going to have one as my skin tone shade as well as one to highlight. As a reference, I have normal skin and I also have a warm golden undertone. Cocoa's advertised as a warm undertone foundation. Toffee is the next shade up from Cocoa. Toffee is a neutral underbase. So when I am using for highlighting, I like to use a neutral base highlight for my skin tone. So it's going to counteract and provide a nice bright effect on my warm skin. The first time wearing this foundation, I stated it in the NYX Drop Foundation that I will not use a primer. I want to see how my own skin oils is going to react to the foundation. I put the foundation on a plate, that way I can just work from the plate instead of having to put this big old applicator on my face. First, want to spread the foundation first on my skin using the heat from my fingers. It's my first time using this sponge. This is from Flower Beauty. That much is left on the plate. So what I'm going to do now is take the brush, dip it right in and go on the spots where I would want some additional coverage, and that is always the dark marks along my jawline. But just to see if we can build it up, I'm just going to go back in. I'm not going to take a full scrape down, I'm just going to go just like that. I really like just to use foundation, if I can, to cover any type of imperfections. You'll just use less concealer that way. What do you guys think of the color, the match? I think it's fine. It's a good match. Okay, get the hair out the way. Now let's go in with Toffee to do some highlighting. For this shade, I'm just going to scrape one full amount onto the plate. Again, relying on the heat of my own body heat to help warm up the product and smooth it out on my skin. I don't have any concealer on. This is just to see how this is going to look. Let's just do one side first. I'm like, oh, this beauty blender is so big. I tell you, once this beauty blender got wet, oh my goodness, this thing blew up. If you want to go lighter than this, you're welcome to. Let's actually test that. So I'm just going to put that on there. I'm not even going to use all of this. We'll just get a bigger surface area. Again, just try to make it just a little bit brighter. I can see the colors start to get brighter. So hopefully that's like a little bit of a recipe for you. If you want it to be subtle, you know, just kind of maybe do one scoop. And if you want it to be a little bit brighter, do a scoop and a half. But don't even use all of the half. Now I'm going to set all this with powder because I'm going to be doing the wear test. In the prior video, I did show the powder that I picked up. The cocoa will work for me. So cocoa powder, cocoa foundation. The other powder that was too red, the cafe, I did take it back to the store and I exchanged it for the color Golden Tan. Golden Tan is the shade I'm going to use to set any type of under eye concealer. I have used the powder with a sponge before, so for cocoa. So if you like to press in and set your makeup with a sponge as well, I'll go ahead and do that right now with the cocoa to show you that you can do that. So let's set just the rest of my face with the powder. I just like to just brush off so we don't have anything excess on my face. This, you don't have to do this. This is just something that I do. Day one, foundation's on, powder's on. I will insert a picture at the end of the day to let you know just wear time, how it showed up, and then I'll be back for day two. For today's application, I did use a primer. I used Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I see the Photo Focus Foundation pairing nicely with a wide variety of primers. So if you want to use a silicone-based one, you want to use a lotion type version, I feel that the foundation is going to pair great on your skin. I also say that because of just the overall finish of the foundation in general. I feel it can offer that matte coverage, but it also is not so dry, so matte on the skin that it looks or appears very flat. Now for the overall coverage of the foundation, I feel that it builds up to a medium coverage. I did not keep adding on layer after layer, 100 layers of foundation to see how it can really build up and, you know, cover whatever type of imperfection you may have on the skin. I know that there are customers out there that want a full coverage foundation. They want perhaps something that's going to be covering up major skin imperfection. If you fall into that category, I do see you needing to pull in an actual concealer to help further cover up again any imperfections that you might have on your skin. Also, the foundation did not oxidize on my skin. The foundation is going to react differently on everybody's skin. Depending on your skin oils, once oxygen hits it and hits your skin, that is truly going to be the test if that foundation is going to oxidize. But on me, the color stayed true to life. Wear time, it wears fine for me throughout the day. I did not notice it gathering in any areas. I didn't see it transferring, you know, smearing, going all over the face. It wore fine on me. Here is one thing that I did notice, and it was very up close when I got into my magnifying mirror. I have a very small dry patch kind of right here. Normally foundations will start to gather in any type of dry skin or any type of dry patch and start to lift it up. This foundation just laid whoop, right on top, just slid over, just said whoop, it just said let me just sit right on top of you until she gets rid of you tonight, because I'm going to exfoliate my skin tonight. Very small area in which it did that, but it was something that I noticed up close. So I'm not going to do a third day of a wear test and come back and let you know. I think 2 is good for this foundation based on just the aspect of I do find it to be a great drugstore foundation that works well on the skin and lays well on the skin, and it smooths out and it covers where I want to cover. Now, of course, my gripe is not having all of the shades available for myself at the time, or just any customer to walk into the store and pick up their shade. So what I recommend for you is, if you have to call around to other cities or other drugstores, if you're kind of like in an area like me, I had to go to an area that is predominantly a minority town to find the darker shades. You might also have to go that route. Or if you have to watch a lot of videos, that might be able to help you kind of pinpoint that exact color. Hopefully you can find your shade online if you want to go that route. Let me know if you plan on picking these up. If you already have picked up the foundation, leave some comments and let me know how it's working on your skin. And also if you maybe need some assistance with some color references. Again, I am medium dark skin, warm undertone, and in MAC, I am NW43. I do want to thank you for stopping by and watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye.